Prince of Pain, the captain of corruption, tills the land of Tamriel and sows the seeds of destruction. The plain meld is nigh, the plain meld is nigh, our world will disappear. The plain meld is nigh, the plain meld is nigh, our doom is drawing near. Chains of darkness grip the land and draw it ever near to his nightmare cold harbor, where hope bows down to fear, tearing souls of innocence into eternal pain, while his daedric minions sing praises of his name. The plain meld is nigh, the plain meld is nigh, as Molag Bal commands. The plain meld is nigh, the plain meld is nigh, our doom is now at hand.
Well played, sir. Well played.
My favorite part of coming to this inn is the strangers trying to talk to me. It's great. Never gets old. What do you want?
Arloff sent me. Sounds like a Khajiit. Sent me to hear your story about the Pale Man.
Glad to hear Erolf is still above ground. I thought his obsession had finally killed him. Yeah, I saw the Pale Man. My sister and I were ranging far north of Solitude, out along the coast. That night, we made camp with a plan to head back at dawn.
When did it arrive?
Late after I fell asleep. Merlith's scream woke me. I rushed out of the tent and saw it stalking away carrying her. Her neck was twisted, backward.
Ugh.
I gave chase, but it was quick. Slipped into the shadows without a trail.
What did this Pale Man look like?
Taller than any man I've seen, but thin, like a draugr. So I know it wasn't a giant. And paler than a belly of a cave fish. Look, Merlith and I never really liked each other. So I don't care if you find it. But hopefully this helps Erolf.
I'll tell Arloff everything you've told me. Thanks. Ugh.
Exile is better than a...
I know this is like a riff on Slender Man, but you know, still creepy. Blade mouth is nice, the blade mouth is not nice, 'cause I kicked Molag in the balls. Seriously. I legit kicked Molag ball in the balls. No, not really. Figuratively. Kicked Molag in the balls. By going right into Cold Harbor and destroying his shit. Not much left to. No way for him to play Meld anymore.
This better be important. Unless you want to pick up a rake, I don't have time to jaw at strangers.
Very sorry. Errol sent me to talk to you about the Pale Man.
Well then, that changes it.
Okay.
I used to think that man had lost his senses. Then the Pale Man killed my bear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now I understand. Before you ask, Bear was my hound.
Oh, okay.
He mostly just slept and smelled bad, but he was all I had after my husband died.
Sorry to hear that. Poor doggy. How do you know the Pale Man killed Bear? Did you see it?
Because I saw it!
Okay.
Bear and I were tracking hawkers on the coast, over the mountain north of Solitude. When
Okay.
night fell, we made camp. Bear's yelp woke me. I expected to see a giant. Instead, I saw the Pale Man dragging away my poor dog.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you do then?
What do you think? I rushed into my tent and got my axe. When I came out, they were gone. Searched through the night, but the storm was thick as stew, and I can't track like Bear. That monster took my dog, my good dog. Bear deserved better.
Yeah, he did. I'm terribly sorry. I'll tell my Errol what you told me, and I am terribly sorry about Bear.
I've known soldiers and killers in my day, even been friends with a few. I don't know any I'd call evil, but that thing was evil. That thing killed my dog. Everybody told me I was crazy. Errolf is the first one who made sense.
How do you know about Errol?
He used to post flyers around the area asking for stories about the Pale Man. We laughed them off back then, but no longer. After the monster took Bear, I sent Errolf a letter that said where to find me. I pray he gets that vicious creature.
We'll make damn sure of it. There's quest here to do too. We should do it. Alright. Let's get back to Errol. Yeah, just be quicker to just book it on foot. Yeah, true. Everybody's got their price. Me? Mine's too high for anybody to pay it.
Damn, another dead soldier and no sign of our supplies.
Yeah, try to reach me. If memory serves me correct, they have them. Okay, so far, it sounds like the coast north of Solitude. Definitely where to find the Pale Man.
You're back. Wasn't certain I'd see you again. Well, have you talked to Eifja and Hauptred?
They both saw the Pale Man pass the mountains on the coast, north of Solitude and Dragonbridge.
Along the northern coast, you say? Yes, that might narrow it down. Here, follow me inside.
Alright.
Ever since you took my brother, I've tracked Pale Man sightings across Skyrim. See on this map? Yes, there, and there. For years I have tracked the location of every Pale Man attack. Each one brought me closer to its lair. These last two confirm it. The Pale Man must be on the northern coast between Dragon Bridge and Solitude. It won't escape me again.
How did it elude you before?
A decade ago, I tracked down a cave where the Pale Man brought its kills. For days I waited. Eventually, I left to replenish supplies. When I returned, I saw loose rocks and an empty crawl space. The damn thing had watched me the whole time.
Why didn't it attack you?
It only attacks the unsuspecting or vulnerable, and I was armed to the teeth. It's no mere beast. It's smart, cunning. But I have an idea on how we draw it out. Bait of an unusual variety. Would you be willing to help out?
You want me to act as bait?
Gods, no! I'm not willing to lose the only helpful person I've met in a decade. I need you to collect the ingredients and bring them to me on the northern coast.
Okay.
Then we'll draw out the creature and avenge its victims.
Alright, I'll help you. What do you need me to get?
The Pale Man likes to take people, so we'll make one for it, using Draugr parts treated with alchemy. This is where you come in. There is a crypt nearby. Dead Man's Respite. Chop up enough Draugr parts for a body, then meet me on the northern coast.
Okay, why do we need to assemble a Draugr?
The alchemical mixture I plan to use is necrotic, for lack of a better term. It only reacts with dead flesh. If we douse the living person with it, they die. But not before their flesh melted and they screamed a whole lot first. It's nasty stuff.
Ah. But why are you asking me to get a Draugr part instead of just one Draugr?
No one knows what makes those walking corpses move. But we do know they stop moving if you hack them up enough. We need intact, non-moving parts to make a body that will draw out the Pale Man. One Draugr won't do, but parts of dozens. That might.
Okay. Is mentioned the Dead Man's Respite. Is there something special about the Draugr there?
Well, no. It's just the closest place I know to find them. Any Draugr will do, and if you know somewhere else to hunt them, their parts will work as well as any other. Just be careful. Those walking corpses look slow, but they are strong and mean.
Right. You mentioned dousing the body with alchemy.
After I failed to draw the Pale Man out 10 years ago, I talked to every hunter and reach witch who wouldn't slam the door in my face or try to cook my eyeballs. The hunters suggested bait, but it was an old, clever woman who suggested the mixture.
Right, what type is it?
I don't know how it works exactly, only that it's something the Hag Ravens created. Somehow the clever woman stole it away from them. When poured on dead flesh, it creates a scent that drives anyone who smells it mad with hunger.
How do you know it will work on the Pale Man?
The thing eats, doesn't it? We know it's smart enough to move lairs, avoid people who can kill it, and use snowstorms as cover. I've tested the mixture myself. It was all I could do not to eat the dead flesh I poured it on. Still makes me nauseous.
Right. How do we find the Pale Man's lair?
While you're out collecting the Draugr parts we need, I'll mix the potion, limp up to the coast, and find the lair. Once you have the Draugr parts, run along the northern coast between Dragon Bridge and Solitude, and look for me. I'll be waiting.
Alright. Mine's snowbounder. We got work to do. Actually, I'm gonna cut here, and I will be back with the next part.